In this video, I'm going to teach you how easy it is to print on sticky notes so that you have your own custom sticky notes that you can move around and use over and over again in any planner. Hi, I'm Kristen and I post functional planning videos on my channel a few times a week. If you're like me and you need a gentle reminder to just keep it simple, please make sure you're subscribed and I'll be right back. Printing on sticky notes is so super easy, you will wonder why you haven't been doing it this whole time. The best thing about using sticky notes in your planner is that you can use them in any planner, and it eliminates having to rewrite things over and over and over again. The other benefit of having sticky notes is that something like this, which is a little mini calendar, can move from week to week with you so that you're not just using a sticker and bulking up your planner every single week with a sticker. So you can use a sticky note and just move it around. In my weekly plans, I use this cleaning checklist that's available in my Etsy shop, as well as this mini Monday Start calendar with week numbers. What you're going to need to print out custom sticky notes is a printer and regular printer paper, and then of course your sticky notes. I prefer to use white ones because it's just easier to see and it matches everything and it just looks cleaner. It's a more neutral look, but you could use any color you want, any color you just have on hand. I've printed on this bright blue color in the past, but since I've found these, I prefer to use the white ones. So this one is a 3x3 sticky note from Post-it. It's the super sticky version. And this is a brand I found on Amazon. I don't know what it's called. It says ZCZN. I will link these in the description. You can find them in my Amazon storefront. There's also a link to that in the description. Post-it super sticky notes have a great reputation, and there's not much I need to say about these. However, these are an unknown brand that I found on Amazon, and I was reluctant to use them for a while because the reviews were not great. However, I did decide to purchase them and try them, and they're great. They work just as well as these super sticky Post-it brand sticky notes. I haven't had any of the issues that any of the bad reviews have said, and I can confidently say that I do recommend these. They go through my printer fine. They stick and re-stick to my papers and my computer monitor and anywhere else you would use a sticky note. Maybe they improved since they received such bad feedback. I don't know, but they're great and I can recommend these. So you will need your printer and your paper and your sticky notes that you want to use, and then you will need your file for your custom sticky notes. You can get these in my new Etsy shop. I have the cleaning ones up already, and I have these mini calendar sticky notes as well as these 3x3 monthly calendars. And also there are freebies available in my Facebook group. I have a color coding key freebie, and currently I have the January versions of the mini calendar and the 3x3 calendar in both Monday and Sunday Start, so that you can try out printing sticky notes for yourself before you make your purchase of your sticky note files. I have more sticky notes coming up soon. I've been designing like crazy and I can't wait to show you them all. I do have a little sneak peek to show you towards the end of this video. Let's get to how you do this. Once you have your sticky note file, you're going to just print out the sheet that you want. So for example, this cleaning sticky note comes with an editable PDF file as well as a plain PDF file that is blank so that you can write in your tasks. If you have software that allows you to edit PDFs, you can go ahead and type in the things that you want. You can type in your week numbers and customize it to your heart's content. I use Adobe Acrobat. That is a paid subscription software, and it's not to be confused with like Adobe Reader, which is the free one that you can use to open all of your PDFs. I don't know if there are any free PDF editors out there, but if you know of one, please let us know in the comments so we can share it with the community. Once you have your file, you're going to print it out at actual size, and then you're just simply going to place your sticky notes on top of the ones that printed out on the paper. The 3x3 sticky note files are going to include 6 per page, And all you do is you take your sticky note off of the sticky note pad, and this is important. So you want to make sure you're not pulling your sticky note off like this. I think a lot of people do that on their sticky notes, and actually that can contribute to it not sticking well. The correct way to pull a sticky note off of the pad is from the side. And so you just want to pull it this way, and then it will stay nice and flat. It won't have that curve you get when you pull it this way. So then you take your sticky note and you're just going to line it up. All you need to do is just make sure all of the bits are covered, and then it will print correctly. It's super simple, and it might take you a second to figure out exactly how you want to get it. As long as there's not a whole bunch of stuff sticking out of the edge, it's going to print correctly. The white sticky notes make it super easy to kind of line it up and be able to see through the paper and see what you're doing. One other thing I want to note is try not to touch the sticky note, like the sticky strip on the back of the sticky note, with your fingertips. We all have natural oils in our skin, and then especially if you've used lotion recently, you're going to have that in your fingertips, and any kind of like oil can break down adhesive. That's why things like Goo Gone work when you're trying to take like sticker residue off of something. So go ahead and just keep going and get all of your sticky notes covered on your page. I'll go ahead and show you these ones as well. You're just going to do, it works the same way. Pull it from the side and place them over top of the sticky note that's printed on the page. This particular file has cut lines because you can use it, you can cut this out and use it as a year at a glance. I printed mine on sticker paper to do that, and I'll link the video where I talked about that right up here in case you're interested. So you would just go and fill up this whole thing. The other thing that's important to note is that you need to know how your personal printer works. I don't know what kind of printer you have, so I can't give you specific tips on your printer. However, they all have a feed direction. The best way to understand the feed direction is to watch your printer printing out the sheet before you put your sticky notes on it. So you want to watch it and see how that paper is coming out of your printer. My printer, it comes out with the top of the page, comes out of the printer like this way, with the thing that was printed facing up. You just need to understand how your printer spits out the paper whenever it's printing. And so now that I have my sticky notes covered, I know that I need to put this back in the printer like this, and I'll show you that on my printer. So we're gonna put that in there, and then all you do is you just print it again. You just do it a second time. Make sure you're saying actual size, just like you did before. You print it, it's gonna pull the sheet through and print again on top of your sticky notes. The side where the sticky is, the sticky part of the sticky note, needs to be the side that's going into the printer first, because if it were going this way, if this were my printer and it was pulling the sheet in this way, this is going to cause a jam. So that's why you need to make sure it goes in this way so that the sticky part is like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed this into my printer, and I'm going to just click print again on my file, and it's going to come out with this exact same thing printed onto the sticky note. And there you go. It just came right out and it's printed, and you can pull these off in the same technique that we talked about, taking them off the pad. You can pull them off the page that same way so that they stay nice and flat. And then what I like to do is just go ahead and put them through my planner where they go. For my cleaning list, this is about 6 months worth of cleaning checklist. So I'm gonna go ahead and put, starting in February, this one goes with February, this one goes with March, and so on and so forth. You can also just leave them on here and put them in a file in a drawer to keep them safe, or you can take them and restack them like this, like make your own little custom sticky note pad, and then you can put them on a dashboard in your planner or some other spot for safekeeping. And there you go. So I'll just put the rest of these right here on my inside cover of my planner, and that is how easy it is to print on sticky notes. So I promised a sneak peek of one of the freebies coming up soon. Right now, the only way I have to deliver freebies is as a file that you can download from my Facebook group. I know there are other ways to do it. I'm just trying to find out the way that works best for me and the file maintenance and such. And I do want to make them available through my newsletter so that you don't have to use social media to access them if you don't want to, if you don't have Facebook or whatever. Depending on when you're watching this, that newsletter might not be live yet. You can at least save your spot so that you can get a heads up on the new freebies and just understand how to access them that doesn't involve Facebook. In the meantime, feel free to join my Facebook group and grab whatever freebies are in the files section. There should be a pinned post at the top that explains where those are. So as promised, here's the freebie. This one is going to be for February 2024. It is a no spend freebie, and I have it available in Monday Start and Sunday Start. And this is how I'm currently doing my freebies. They come on one single sheet with the instructions on it. You print that out, you put your sticky notes on it just like we talked about earlier, and then you print it again just like we did. So the way the freebies are going to work is that every month I will have new releases. I will offer one of the parts of the new releases as a sample for you to download every month. So as long as you're still a member of the Facebook group or the newsletter, once I get that set up, as long as you stay a member, you will have access to the new freebies each month. And then when the month is over, I'm going to remove that freebie and give you a new one. This one is a no spend. It's a monthly calendar. You have 5 weeks, and it either starts with a Monday or Sunday start. So you can fill in your dates on here if you prefer, and then there's a check mark spot for your budget review. There's a spot down here that you can use for notes. I intend to use mine for why I'm doing a no spend, just so every time I look at this, it can remind me that this is the thing I'm saving money for. Or you could also do like a little reward. You could write a little note about what counts towards your no spend or what counts as a day that you've spent. The boxes are big enough that you could either just check them off, or you can fill in like a dollar amount if you did spend money. There's so many different ways to use this, and if you do use it, I would love to see it in the wild. So please take a picture and tag me on Instagram. I'll put my handle on the screen. It's just my name, Kristen Kramer. I would just love to see how you used it. If you're watching this when the no spend freebie is no longer available, don't worry, you can still grab it in my Etsy shop as part of a budgeting sticky note pack that includes no spend, low spend, budgeting sticky notes, and other things along that theme. If you missed it, don't worry, there's another freebie available. Go ahead and join the Facebook group or the newsletter so that you can find out how to get access to it. I can't wait to see you using your printable sticky notes. So please don't forget to tag me, and happy printing. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really liked it, please consider subscribing, because I post functional planning videos on my channel a few times a week. And if you liked this one, you're probably gonna like those ones too. And I would love to see you in the next one. Until then, embrace your imperfections and just be you. Bye.